Hi guys, my name is Stefano and welcome to my channel where I will share with you guys some content on self-improvement, health and wellness. And I will also share with you guys my personal experiences that can help you better your life on a day-to-day basis. Alright, so for today's video, I'd like to share with you guys a yoga/stretch routine that I do every single morning right after I wake up. And what this routine can do is it can help you get blood flow to all the nooks and crannies of your body. It can really help increase that flexibility for if you're doing sports or anything else. It's also really good for getting rid of those blockages or those pains you may have. Sometimes they can come right after you wake up from having a bad night's sleep. It's also really good if you've had any kind of intense physical exercise the day before. Really good for that recovery to continue with your next workouts. So personally, I've been doing this routine for about 5 to 6 years, consistently trying to improve it and find the best ways to be efficient and to tackle every single part of the body. It really helps me to prime me and to get me ready for any kind of situation that comes my way during the day. So the things that it will tackle or the things that it will focus on is really the whole body. So going from your fingers to your forearms, to your biceps, your triceps, your shoulders, your back, your chest, your neck as well, very important. It also will stretch your abs and lower back, your pelvis and your hip flexors. Also your glutes, your quads, your hamstrings, your calf muscles, all the way to your ankles and to your toes. So really, it covers everything. So this has been requested by a few friends of mine. You know who you are. So I'm mainly doing this for them, but this is really useful for all types of people. That means at whatever age you are at, whatever kind of body you have, you can go through this routine. Trust me, the poses and the positions are fairly basic. They do stem from yoga and from just regular stretching. So if you see that I'm more flexible than you, don't worry. It's also possible that I might be less flexible than you if you're already an expert or advanced. But really just try to follow it through as you can. Hello, kitty. Also, I would say that, doing this kind of routine every single morning, right after you wake up, is not only to get in tune with your body, but also to stimulate your mind, and is somewhat a type of meditation. Because meditation is basically focusing on yourself and pushing out all distractions away and being able to be in tune with your body and mind together at the same time. So that's why I find this very useful in the mornings. Okay, so for the routine, we will go through about 40 different positions. Each one will be 40 seconds long, and there will be a 20 seconds rest period in between each. So that's a total of 40 minutes for this routine. And during that rest period, I will explain to you how you can get into position. So don't worry, there will be time for you to understand what the actual pose looks like, and so that you can do it correctly. What you should also think about is doing this on a carpet or on a yoga mat, because some of the poses require you to be on your knees or on your back, and you don't want to do those on the hard surface because those will really hurt. And the point is not to hurt yourself, it's to improve yourself. So as you wake up, put your phone aside, don't touch it, not yet, okay? Take a large glass of water, drink it, take a piss if you have to, and then do this routine immediately after. Okay, so are you ready? Let's get right into it. Okay guys, so we're gonna start the routine now. First, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get on our knees. Get on our knees, and we're gonna stretch the wrists. So you wanna put your wrists like this, okay? You put both knees.
Yeah.
And what you wanna do is you wanna lean forward. Okay, you wanna lean forward, you wanna feel the stretch right here. So turn your elbows to the front. Yeah, no. So keep your hands like this. Yeah, you keep your hands like this, turn your elbows to the front,
Okay.
and lean forwards. And you should really feel the stretch right behind in the wrist area. Okay? Now come back a little bit, and what you're going to do now is you're going to turn your elbows the other way.
Oh, how?
So you had them like this,
Yeah.
and now you're going to turn the other way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
and
this.
then you push forwards again. Okay, and if you want to bring your knees forward a tiny bit, And at this point, it's going to stretch another area of your wrists. Okay? Okay. Next, you can just take some time to relax if you've been stretching that. And what we're going to do now is the opposite side. You're going to put your wrist down like this. And you're just going to slowly put some weight into it. Good.
Yeah.
You feel the stretch, you should feel it right back of your wrists. Okay? If you feel it, that's good. You don't want to go too far because then you can injure yourself. You don't want that.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, then when you're done, just relax, loosen up, shake it off a little bit. Yeah, good. Now you're going to put your hands like this and you're going to move them forwards. Same thing here, we're still stretching the wrists and the forearms. And what you're going to do here is slowly go back with your knees until you start feeling the stretch right here. You feel it?
Yeah.
Good. And we're going to hold that for a little bit. Just like that.
The more the merrier, or?
You want to, yeah, sure. You don't want to go too far. You don't want to hurt yourself. You really just want to feel a bit of a stretch, a tightness in your muscles. Okay? And now you can come back slowly with your knees and let go. Okay? So now we've stretched the forearms and some of the fingers. Alright? Now what we're going to do is we're going to stand up. Okay, so now we're going to stretch the neck, which is very important. What you're going to do here is you want to put your right hand on your left ear, okay, and allow your arm to slightly pull your head downwards. Make sure your head is looking straight forwards. And right here, you're going to feel a stretch on the left side of the neck. Okay, do that for a few seconds. Then we're going to do the other side. So same thing. Left hand over the right ear, slight weight on your head, and again, you'll feel stretch on the right side. Okay. Now we're going to do head turns. So what we're going to do is put your head down slowly and then roll your head around. Very slowly, don't go too far. Just do it very slowly. You want to do this a few times. Make sure that your neck is getting loose. And the slower you do it, the better. Okay, once you've done that about 5 times or so, you're going to do the other way around.
Okay.
Okay? So now you do it the other way. We don't ever want to do one side or one type of rotation. We always want to do both sides to make sure that there's a balance in the body. So next what we're going to do is we're going to start stretching the upper body arms. So what you want to do is you want to grab your your elbow right above, and you want to pull it towards your ear or towards the back of your head.
Like this?
Okay, yeah. And if you see my arm, I don't want it over here. I want it as close to my elbow as possible, and you'll really start to feel that stretch in the back of your arm right here. So that's the tricep. Okay? And you switch arms, do the same thing with the other side. Pull it down, make sure this hand is staying close to here, and you should feel a stretch right there. You feel it?
Yeah.
Don't go too far, you want to make sure that you're comfortable, okay? But as long as you feel that stretch, that's good. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to stretch the shoulders. What you're going to do is you want to grab your hands behind your back, like this, Okay? And you're gonna slowly move forwards and allow your arms to come all the way around. Okay? So you want to make sure that your legs are straight, your knees are straight, and you try to pull this as much as possible. You should feel a stretch just in the front of your shoulders.
In my legs?
And in your legs. Okay? You do that for a few seconds, and then what you want to do is just slightly bend your knees, just very slightly. A little bit more, yeah. Then try to bring your head, keep it loose. You don't want to strain the back muscle of your neck. So guys, the next thing we're going to stretch is the chest. So what you want to do is you want to find a wall. Well, I'll just use this for now. And we're going to put our hand against the wall, okay? Just like that. And we're going to rotate to the other way, to this side, okay? Yeah. And you want to make sure your feet are straight, facing that way. And you should really start to feel a stretch in your chest.
I feel it.
You feel it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. You can also try to push your abdomen further front. That might start stretching the lower chest.
Yeah.
Or you can go back a little bit. That might be stretching the upper chest. You can do the other side now. The same thing. We do the same thing on the other side. And we want to make sure to turn all the way around. Face the other way. And then find your sweet spot. It's really important. Find a spot where you feel the stretch, where you feel your muscle being tightened. And that's where you should stop. Okay? Yeah, okay. Now, since we're still standing, we're going to continue with stretches that we can do while we're standing. And we're going to stretch the calf muscles, so these muscles right here. And to do that, we're going to stay on the wall. We're going to put both hands on the wall. You're going to bring one leg back. And you're going to put most of your weight into that heel. Okay? So you want to keep straight forward a little bit with your bum. And you want to make sure that all the weight comes into your heel. You should start to feel the stretch right in here. And if you feel like it's not enough, you can put your foot a bit further back. And the stretch will be more intense. Or if you feel like it's too much, bring it closer and then do it that way. Okay, so let's switch sides. Same thing the other way. Very good. There you go. So after you've done that, you want to quickly get on your back. Okay, quickly get on your back. And what you're going to do is you're going to grab your right elbow with your left hand, bring it to the left side, and pull your arm towards your chest. And what you should feel here is a stretch in the outer part of your shoulder. So keep that nice and tight. You can relax your head on the ground. And so what will happen here is you should really start to feel the stretch in the back of your shoulders. Okay? The next stretch is going to be a very basic stretch that most people do all the time, and it's a Pike Stretch. So what you want to do is you want to put both feet together, okay? And you basically just want to come down and try to touch your toes, okay? But don't try to touch your toes immediately from the beginning, just hang there for a little bit. Just want to hang there for a little bit so that your muscles slowly lengthen. You don't want to give them a shock and pull them apart. And then once you've done this for about 10 seconds, then what you can do is bend your knees very slightly and try to bring your head to your knees. So once we're done, we're going to unwind. So basically our lower back is going to come up slowly, very slowly. Then eventually you can straighten your knees. And then the middle back will unwind, and then the shoulders will come straight. And the last thing to come back up is your head. Okay, so the next stretch we want to do is the thighs. So what we're going to do here is we're going to pick up one leg with the hand, okay? Yeah, it's a little bit of balance, but you'll get it. If you look at one point on the floor or at one point, it helps you keep that balance.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, and then grab it with the second hand.
Mm-hmm.
What you want to do is you want to pull it exactly so that you feel the stretch right here. So that's your quad muscles. You can also play around with where it is. So if you keep it out, you'll be stretching more the inner thigh. If you bring it in, you'll be stretching more the outer thigh. Okay, so now we're going to get on the ground, all right?
Mm-hmm.
What we're going to do is we're going to stretch the hamstrings. So, for example, what you want to do is put your legs out. Exactly. And you want to keep your lower back straight,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to go as far in front as you can.
Yeah.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to stretch one side a bit more than the other. So once you've done this, you're going to move to the left side. And then here you bring your other arm, if you can, and try to bring it to that foot. You should also feel the stretch a bit more intense in that one leg. Then you want to slowly let go. You want to do it the other way, on the other side. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to stretch just underneath our thigh muscle. So we're going to get in position like this, right? And what we're going to do is try to push our right foot as far as we can to the right.
Am I doing all right?
Yeah, that's correct. And you should start to feel the stretch right in here. So I'm going to hold this for a little bit. Make sure your back is straight. Okay, always good to keep your back straight. And just hold this for a little bit. Then we're going to switch to the other side, so you can bring this leg in and move to the other side. Bring your left foot out, stretch it out as far as you can until you feel that stretch inside. Okay, once we're done with that, what we're going to do is we're going to get on one knee. We're going to face one direction, okay? And what you want to do here is you want to bring the arm of the same side where your leg is stretching up, okay? The other arm, you can rest it on your knee, just as you are doing. And what you want to do here is make sure that your butt is squeezing forward, okay? You don't want to push your stomach out, because this will hurt your back. What you really want to do is you want to push, this your hips forward, and you should really start to feel that stretch right here.
Yeah.
Feel it?
I was like, yeah.
This is often neglected by a lot of people who are sitting at work all the time. They always are sitting in. And so their muscles get shorter and they forget to stretch this very, very important muscle. So you want to make sure that you are doing this correctly. Having the arm up creates that extra extension for an extra stretch. Now what we're going to do is come back on two knees. Okay. And then we're going to do what is called a child pose. Child pose actually is what it looks like. You're gonna open up your knees very slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're gonna put most of your weight onto your feet, and you're gonna extend forwards.
Okay.
Try to extend as far as you can, while keeping your hips down. This is really good for your hips, for your lower back as well, and for your back. So you'll also stretch your back. Now what we're gonna do is you can come back now, very slowly, come back to be right on top of your knees. Okay, bring your knees back together, and then bring one foot flat next to your knee. Okay, and what you want to do here is you want to put all your weight on that knee, and what this should do is stretch your Achilles tendons. Okay, so just keep pushing that weight in front until you feel that stretch in your Achilles. Then we'll switch sides. So bring your knee back down. Same thing, bring your other foot flat on the surface, and then put your weight into your knee until you feel that stretch just behind your Achilles. This is really good for people who use their ankles a lot. For example, people who play football or soccer, and or who play like basketball, who are constantly using their Achilles muscle. It's very good to stretch this muscle if you're doing these sports. Okay, then you can relax. What you want to do now is you want to go both feet onto your toes. Okay, this is another stretch that is often neglected. And what you want to do here is move your hip forward just slightly, and you should feel the stretch in your toes. So you're putting all the weight from your hips onto your feet. Moving your weight forward will make that stretch happen in your toes. It's all a bit of balance as well, but just hold that position for a bit. What we're going to do now is we're going to get on our back, and we're going to start stretching really the core and the legs. So you want to get on your back now, just like this. You're going to put one foot above the other knee, and what you want to do here is grab that knee with both hands. You can either go within or you can go outside.
When you feel here.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to do here is you want to pull this knee as close to your chest as possible. Keep your lower back as relaxed as it can be. And what you will feel here is a big stretch right here in your hamstrings. This is also a very important stretch that you should do every day. So once you're done with that, let go slowly. Put your foot on the ground. Put your other foot on the other knee. Grab that knee and pull towards your chest. Now we're going to put both feet on the ground. All right. We're going to bring the right knee up, and what we're going to do is with our left hand, so the opposite hand, pull it to the left side. Okay. And then here what you want to do is you want to face the other way.
Okay.
And bring your hand out. Exactly. So the idea is to have your knee touch the ground, but if you can't, that's okay. And to keep your shoulder against the ground as well. This really stretches in the lower back, and it also stretches your glutes. So it's also very important, and it works that twisting motion. So once you're done, come back to the center, do it very slowly. Yeah. Put your foot down. Find that center again. Bring your knee up, the other knee. Do the same thing. Put it to the side. Bring this arm, stretch it out. And try to feel that stretch right here. Yeah. And then in your glutes. Now you want to retract very slowly. Come back to the center. Extend your legs. What we'll do now, still in this position, we will bring our knees to our chests. We will grab our feet and we will pull them downwards. So your elbows are within your knees. Grab your feet and then pull them down. What you'll feel here is a stretch as well in your hamstrings, but much closer to your glutes. A lot of times we neglect this position as well. we are sitting all the time and we never stretch this muscle. Next stretch we're going to do is a bit of a yoga pose. It really helps to balance your core and to work on the core muscles for balance. So what we're going to do, we're on our back, okay? And what we want to do is we want to bring our feet up. Use your hands to hold your weight and try to get as straight as possible. What will happen here is you should also be able to stretch your neck, okay? Very important. With your hands, you're keeping your weight up. You want to keep a center, and normally you should feel like your muscles working in your core a little bit. So once you're here, you want to bring your legs down very slowly.
Okay.
Bring it over your head. Try to touch the floor if you can. You can move your hips backwards. Okay, it should really like stretch behind your back, your lower back, your hamstrings, all of these muscles. Then what you're going to do is slowly try to unwind vertebrae per vertebrae. Very slowly. If your knees bend, that's okay. That's fine. Eventually you let go of your feet and you bring them down on the ground flat. So once you've done that stretch, get on your butt. So you want to do here is you want to put your right foot on the left side of your left knee. Okay? And what you want to do is with your left hand, hug this knee. Exactly. And you want to twist and face the other way. Keep your back as straight as possible. It's very good. And you should really feel that stretch in your thighs and in your glutes. So we'll do the same thing with the other side. So bring your knee on the ground, left leg on the right of your right knee. You want to hug that knee and then twist the other way. If you don't feel the stretch and you feel like you can go a bit further, what you can do is lean your whole weight into this knee and basically get on the ground. And by doing this, you will feel a much more intense stretch in your butt and in your glute. What we're going to do now is we're going to get on our stomach and we're going to stretch the core and the abs. So you want to do here is keep your legs together, straight but flat on the ground. Put your elbows underneath, okay? And look up and really, really push as high as you can. So make sure that you stretch those abs. If you don't feel the stretch and you feel like you can go further and you don't have any back problems, then what you can do is put your hands on the ground and push up and look up. Okay? Then you can slowly come back down on the ground. Put your hands underneath your chest. We're going to push up onto our knees. Make sure that your hands are underneath your shoulders, okay? That your knees are underneath your hips. And what we're going to do is when we breathe in, we're going to push our belly downwards and our butt up. So, and then when we exhale, we're going to bring our tummy, we're going to tuck it in, and we'll push everything upwards and exhale. When you breathe in and you push your stomach down, bring your head up as well. Really, you want to feel like a cat. This is actually called the cat position. It's actually called the cat position. So that's what you want to do. You want to repeat the motions that a cat is doing when he's stretching. You know, when they're stretching, you want to make sure that your belly is in, your head is up, you're breathing in. Then when you exhale, you do the opposite. Then you repeat. And that will really stretch in your core all the little muscles that are inside of here.
Yep.
Okay, then you can come back on your knees. And that's everything. That's the stretch routine. All right, guys, so there you have it. That was my yoga / stretch routine that I do every morning right after I wake up. I hope it's useful for you. It really helps me to get through my days as efficiently as possible. I hope you're able to follow through the routine as I was explaining it with Mariana. And please do leave some comments. I read all the comments. If you have any proposals on how to make the routine better, if you had any issues with the routine or with anything else, please do let me know. And if you did like this video, it would really help if you clicked on that like button. It's always useful. And if you want to subscribe, go ahead. There will be a lot more videos coming out in the future on health, wellness, and how to improve your overall day-to-day life. So thanks guys, have a good day.